All right, I'm standing here with my two tall friends here. Going to tell you a little bit about crankbait fishing out on the Mississippi River, pools 3 and 4. I was actually there fishing the tournament last week and had a great pre-fishing. A lot of it was because of crankbait fishing. So I was running a lot of smaller baits, and I was running a lot of different depths of water, anywhere from, I would say, 7 or 8 feet all the way out to like 20, 22 feet. So I was using two different setups for my trolling rods. First of all, I'll talk about this length. I have some of the 9.5 foot Cabela's Prodigy trolling rods, and I have some of the 8.5 foot rods. What I would use the 9.5 foot rods were for my side rod holders, so I'd stick them straight out and get them out a little ways away from the boat. These 8.5 footers, I was actually run off the back corners so that they were running more inside. So I could really effectively run 4 rods, because what we were doing was a lot of structure fishing. We were finding a particular depth, trying to hold that depth, and just trolling along that depth with the crankbait set for one depth. So you wanted to fish, even though I wanted to fish a lot of rods, they were fairly tight together. By doing it this way, I had these rods way out and with longer lines, and I had these rods out in the inside with shorter lines, so I had some lure separation. So even though I was turning, the baits weren't getting all mixed up. Let me talk a little bit about the lead core I was using. I'm using 18-pound test lead core. This is the Magibraid from Bass Pro Shops. What I put on the end of that, though, is a Fireline, a 10-pound test Fireline leader. And I like to run about a 15 to 18 foot. It's basically up and down the rod. So I run a 15-foot leader. It's all no stretch, so I can watch that lure vibrate. If it picks up leaves or debris or weeds or whatever, I quickly know that can reel up and change out my lure. On the Fireline, the reason I like to use Fireline is, again, because it's no stretch, so it tells me how deep the lure is going. But if you also look like on precision trolling, you'll find that Fireline, because it's thinner, you have to let out less line to get it down to the same depth. So the nice thing about that is I could run a little bit shorter lines on everything. So as I'm going around those contours, my lures are real precisely following me. They aren't like cutting across points or going out deep over as I come around a cup. So I think Fireline's the best thing to use. Again, 10-pound test for this, mainly so that you can monitor that lure. So get out your flicker shads, get out your lead core line, get out your Fireline, troll some contours, and you're gonna catch some walleyes down in pool 3 and pool 4 of the Mississippi.